Okay, yeah, we're here with Rishi from Babylon Fire, playing Martin's 60th birthday bash.
Indeed, yeah.
Along with bands including JD and the FGCs, Captain Horizon, and Exit State.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, so where have you travelled down from today?
Manchester.
Another northern band.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. We're breeding well where we're from.
Yeah, well, Roxette does seem to have a good record of finding bands up in Manchester.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, and every time they come out with a new band, it's another one from Manchester, and surprise, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your album Dark Horizons came out last year, I believe.
That's right, yeah. It came out, to be fair, November 2012. But yeah, I mean, it's just a bit over a year old, about a year and a few months. It's always a shame, actually. I was thinking about this the other day, because when your album comes out at the end of the year, it's that year all is already sort of pretty much gone. And then in 2013, the following year, it doesn't qualify for any of the best album or upcoming albums and this, that, and the other. And I was thinking about it. I was like, we literally had a window of about a month.
Yeah, and I know I've seen some albums come out mid-December. By that time, half the sites have published their best of the year ones. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So over a year now. So have you started to work on the next album?
Yeah, we have. That's pretty much the agenda now. I mean, we're doing this as a favour for Martin, and of course, it's for a fantastic cause, or two fantastic causes. So yeah, our agenda really for now is just writing the second album. So we've made a start on that. We've already got sort of the blueprint for quite a few songs. Certainly, if not collectively, individually. I mean, I know I've got ideas for at least maybe 4 or 5 songs. Rick, who's the other sort of prolific songwriter who plays bass, he's got quite a few ideas, and then sort of we just got together recently and started as a band and started sort of working on one. And the first one we started is quite an epic one as well, actually, so I think it's a good sort of 7 or 8 minutes long.
So you two tend to write bits individually, and then you get the rest of the band to throw their bits in?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, musically, we've always done it that way. I mean, either I'll write pretty much a whole song or have the ideas for a whole song. It always gets sort of changed and tweaked sort of later, or Rick will, or we'll write stuff together where, he might come to me and say, I've got, a few ideas for a song, and together we'll finish it, or vice versa. So musically we've always done that. Certainly in, the blueprint for a song anyway, always, we always sort of split the writing credits equally, because everybody brings their own thing to it, so we always take it into the rehearsal room to give it that next level where, once we bring the drums into it and everything else, it sort of takes on another direction, or should I say, another life of its own. And then sort of lyrically, vocals, Mark, the lead vocalist, he writes all the lyrics, or the majority of them, but vocally myself, Mark and Rick, the bass player, we tend to work on the the vocal sort of melodies and ideas together, and then we sort of, the three of us will sit in a room and sort of get together and sort of use his lyrics to get the final thing.
So it's a case of writing at the moment, then obviously recording, and presumably released towards the end of the year again?
Well, yeah, I mean, it all depends. I mean, we're writing at the moment, that's the main priority. We've got a UK tour booked for May, starts on the 1st of May actually, and it sort of finishes on the 31st. And we're going out with Absolver, who a great band from our record label. We're pretty much covering everywhere on that tour as well. So we've got that lined up, and we've got European tour sort of in the pipeline for September going into October. So with the album, we're one of those, we're our own worst critic. So obviously we want to get the album out as soon as we can, but at the same time we're kind of the mindset, well, within reason, it takes sort of as long as it takes. As soon as we've got the songs that we're happy with, then we'll sort of arrange to go and record.
It's better to be your own worst critic than just say, yeah, that'll do, chuck it out and get torn to pieces.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Kind of did that with the first record, and collectively we're really happy with it, and it was received really well as well, so which is great. So yeah, I'm sure the second album will be sort of a natural evolution from where that left off, but certainly quality-wise, it'll be you know, as the absolute best we can give.
Fair enough, yeah. And yeah, you said you're touring with Absolver. Where can people find out the tour dates?
They're already being sort of published on our Facebook page. I know Absolver as well, are publishing them as well. Also, you can go to the Roxetta website and get all the sort of tour dates on there as well, which is just roxetta.com. Yeah, so all the dates are on there, but it covers pretty much everywhere. I mean, off the top of my head, I know it starts at the garage in London on May the 1st. I know it ends in our hometown for both bands in Manchester on the 31st at Sound Control. And then there's loads of dates in between.
Yeah, that's the one thing being a band. Yeah, there's a lot of travelling around the place, and you're driving all over the place.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's well, we've got the Babylon bus. I don't know if you've seen it. It's parked outside, but it's you know, touch wood, it provides us immense comfort when we're travelling, because that's the one of those things. Travelling can be extremely enjoyable, or it can be a pain in the depending on what you're travelling in. So luckily, so far, she served us very well, and she is a very comfortable ride.
Yeah, that's going to be important, because you are spending a lot of time travelling. Yeah.
Absolutely, especially when you're going all the way to Europe and stuff like that. I mean, we hit Europe 3 times last year, which was just amazing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, we love the support that we've had over here as well. I just think over there it was just a completely new experience for us. I mean, we have in other bands we've been out to Europe before, but maybe, you know, not that recently, and so this was great to go this time round and experience the European sort of enthusiasm and the fans. They're just crazy. So, you know, we're looking forward to more of that. Going back to what you were saying, there's a lot of travelling when you go into Europe. So yeah.
Oh, and even the UK, it's like, oh, date in Exeter.
Yeah.
It's easier to drive to Belgium.
Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah. I don't think in this band we've done Norwich yet, but I know that in the last band that I was in, we did Norwich a couple of times, and it was all A roads to get there. So it just like, yeah, it literally did. So and we didn't see Alan Partridge either. So it was just, you know.
Are you doing a secret set tonight, or can we have that information?
No, it's not secret at all. Yeah, you can have the information. It's heavily based on the first album. So I think we're doing 8 songs. We're opening with an epic one. It's the song that closes the album. It's called I Still Remember. I think the album version's about 9 minutes long because it's got an acoustic outro. We don't do the acoustic outro live, but so that's maybe about 30 seconds. So probably about 7.5 minutes on the first track. So yeah, we're doing that one, and then we're doing Shattered Crown, Blood In Blood Out, which is our video. Then we're doing Wrath of the Fallen. All of those are on the album. And we're doing one off our EP, which has been a fan favourite ever since we did the EP, and it's the one that's will probably live in the set forever. It's called Freight Train. And that was the one that Bruce Dickinson picked up on and started spinning on his rock show when that came out, which was, you know, couldn't ask for a better endorsement. You know, Iron Maiden's like, you know, the greatest band in the world to me. So yeah, so we're doing Freight Train, and then we've got Darkness Draws Me In, The Clarion Call, and Rise Through Babylon, all of which are on the album. So.
That's great. Thanks so much for your time.
No, thank you. Thanks a lot. What was your name? Sorry, mate.
Dave.
Dave. I'm Rishi anyway, and
I'm Ant.
Ant. Nice one, Ant. Lovely to see you guys anyway. So.